give a small introduction about this person. The journey of a man whose life story is nothing short of inspiring the achievements and contribution. A true scientist, entrepreneur, and visionary early life and humble beginnings. So his path was marked by perseverance and an unwavering commitment to his field. He started as a shift chemist at Gemini Capsules, a pharmaceutical company in Coimbatore, before joining Bharat as a laboratory scientist. Over the years, he rose through the ranks to become a scientist. His time at Bharat included a significant stint at the Radiation Medication Center, RMC, a Bharat department at Tata Memorial Hospital in Mumbai. However, it was 1996 that he took the bold step of entrepreneurship, founding Thyrocare Technologies Ltd. His vision was to create a thyroid testing laboratory that offered affordable and accessible testing services. Thyrocare soon expanded its offerings, becoming the largest thyroid testing laboratory in India with a network spanning of multiple countries. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as I invite on stage Dr. Arokia Swami Velumani. Let's make some bigger noise and over to you, sir.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening. They already said it's an entertainment section. And now I feel I'm an item boy, going to entertain you for the evening. I wanted to stop that lady telling my background because that is what I have come to tell. Otherwise, I will not have anything else to tell. I'm going to take you through my journey. And there are people who stand and talk. Those who talk never walk. Those who walk sometimes talk. And I have walked my life in my own way, in my own style. And I'm today very happy to stand in front of you to tell how easy it was. Though you might be thinking that would have been very tough. I'm an old, bald, bold man who sold what I made. So if you clap, keep clapping, you will have another wonderful 45 minutes of feast. I am from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Fortunately, I was born in a village, because people who are born in village are very powerful. Morning to evening problem solving. And even at an age of 10 and 15, if you know how to solve problem, if you know how to solve many problems, if you know how to solve all problems, you will never have a problem in your life. So I'm extremely happy I was born poor. Fortunately, village, fortunately poor, it's the most powerful concoction. One day I was yelling at my daughter who was not doing something properly. She said, "Dad, you had the luxury of poverty." What is my mistake? I born poor, I am born rich. So listen to me very carefully. Born in a village, born poor is most powerful start one can have, because success in life is delta. Delta is equal to x2 minus x1. x2 is where you are today. x1 was 0. There is nothing to lose if you are 0. My mother was a very bold lady, a lady with guts and grits. My father was neither an employee nor an employer. So my mother had to rear 5 children, no income. By the by, in those days, there was no bedroom, but there were 5 children. Today there are 5 bedrooms and no children. You can very, very, very happily clap so that I get energy more. I studied in a school, Tamil medium, government school, 5 classes, 1 classroom, one class teacher. I'm very proud to tell I studied in Tamil medium. Tamil Nadu had wonderful chief ministers, past tense. There was one Mr. Kamraj who was the man who brought meals to the schools. Had he not brought meals to the schools, I would have not gone to school. So whenever I get a stage, I thank this gentleman who made Tamil Nadu #1 state in the entire country. There was no atlas, there was no dictionary, there was no Horlicks, there was no Bonvita. You can list all the things which I had not had, but I had a very powerful clarity. If I don't become a graduate, I have to work in the hot sun in the fields. So I can write a book of 500 pages. How did I become a graduate? I was a mathematician to begin with. In 12th standard, without textbook. Mind you, there was no coaching, there was no Baiju those days. Without textbook, I scored 200 out of 200 in mathematics. I wanted to do engineering, but my father said 5-year course, nothing doing, join a 3-year course. So I went and took the prospectus of Science and Arts College. BCom had 4 letters, BSc had just 3 letters. BCom was 300 rupees, BSc was 400 rupees. किसने बोला मद्रासी को मारवाड़ी दिमाग नहीं है? I had chosen to join a BCom. I was 1 month a BCom student. One Dr. K.R. Karthikeyan, who is now no more, who was my chemistry professor, saw me sitting in commerce block. He asked me, are you not 200 out of 200 in mathematics? Yes, sir. No engineering? Poor, sir. No chemistry? Poor, sir. He got confused. Then I explained to him I didn't have that 100 rupees. Trust me, अपना पॉकेट से 100 रुपया निकाल के मुझे कॉमर्स ब्लॉक से साइंस ब्लॉक में लेके मुझे साइंटिस्ट बनाया. मैं अगर वो नहीं होता, मैं यहाँ खड़ा एक स्टोरी नहीं बोलता. First class BSc graduate. So I thought Coimbatore is an industrial city, powerful entrepreneurial city. I will get a job. Trust me, in 500 interviews I continue to fail only because every stupid asks me the same question, do you have experience? May महीना में एग्जाम खत्म हुआ, जून महीना में इंटरव्यू. एक्सपीरियंस कहाँ से? मेडिकल दुकान से लाएगा. It's almost like sitting in front of a girl whom you are likely to get married and asking her, how many children do you have? 1978 itself I took a decision. अगर मैं एक दिन एक कंपनी खोलूंगा, उधर सिर्फ फ्रेशर को ही लूंगा, मैं एक्सपीरियंस को नहीं लूंगा. 25,000 freshers I have employed in my journey of 25 years in Thyrocare. All freshers. So Coimbatore rejected. I was dejected and I ejected. Jayanti Janata Express, August 18, 1982, Kanyakumari to Mumbai via Coimbatore, boarded the S9 coach, berth number 41. I think Tamil people should connect this with one song, Porale Ponnu Thai Pola Pola Vendru Kannir Vitte. Cried like anything till I reached Mumbai, because it is not easy to leave your mother, sister, brother, everyone and go to Mumbai where you don't know the language. I had an interview with Baba Atomic Research Center. That's why I left and I went there. Fortunately, I went one day earlier. And in the August month, it pours in Mumbai. After me reaching Mumbai, it poured so much. After me, no one came for interview and I got the job. In the interview, I was asked a question, where is thyroid? And I was a mathematics man, not a biology man. I didn't want to tell thyroid is here. Trust me, in 1982, I did not know where thyroid was. In 1992, 10 years, I finished a PhD in thyroid biochemistry. And in 2002, I am running world's largest thyroid testing laboratory. Punchline. If you do what you have studied, you will survive. If you do what you have studied, you will survive. But if you do what you have not studied, you will be the leader. So I am in Mumbai with job in Baba Atomic Research Center, gazetted officer post, very proud, very happy. My family is out of poverty now. Trust me, my father-in-law was in love with me. He was a security officer. So he was seeing identity card and he understood, Hamara gav ka hai, let us persuade. He went to the personal department, found the full kundali, and he had come to propose his daughter to me. 4 days before I left Mumbai, my neighbors came to my home and asked my mother, your son is going to Mumbai? Yes. Do you know Bombay girls are very bad? My mother, I thought, will cry because I could console her that I will take care of her. Trust me what she told to my neighbors. Kharab hona hai, to yahan bhi kharab hi hoega. I trust my son. The punchline here, trust the children, not the neighbor. So my father-in-law proposed. I thought if I marry a Bombay girl, my mother will think that I am hijacked. So I said, I didn't answer, I said no. After 1 more year he came, I said no. After 1 more year he came, and finally after 4 years he came. I thought by that time I had enough courage to marry a Bombay girl. So I thought, let me have a look at the girl. It doesn't cost, right? Free. Went and saw the girl, not at all impressive. So what do we tell? We'll let you know. And we don't let know, right? So another 5 months go. My father-in-law, mother-in-law both are walking. I told my landlady, tell him I am not at home. 5 times he managed. 6th time he told, no, I can't keep telling this lie, you only manage. I sat in front of him, very cute face, my father-in-law. So I told him, I didn't want to tell in the face, it will not work. Very bad to tell the father-in-law after meeting the girl, after seeing the girl that is crying. So my mathematics brain worked very fast. Why not I meet the girl again and discourage her? So I asked him, can I talk to her for 1 hour? He said, yes. Madam Kama Road, Nariman Point, State Bank of India, 14th floor. My wife was working with State Bank of India. I had got there for 1 hour to talk. In 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 55 minutes I only talked. And 5 minutes absolute silence was there. I decided I must marry her. Have you ever seen a girl silent for 1 full hour? 1 full hour, girl silent, that too in front of a boy who is likely to marry her. Want to know in 55 minutes what I talked to her? In 55 seconds. Look, I am living as a paying guest. Lifelong I will not be buying house. Understand? In village there is a house, but there is no toilet. Understand? For my parents, I am the eldest son. Do you know what is responsibility? For my siblings, I am the eldest brother. Samajh gayi? For our marriage, I don't have money. Understood? You supporting for my marriage should not be known to your father. Annachi, Manal Gairu Padathula Kittu Mani 8 condition pota, Inga Velumani 7 condition pota. If you still like the boy, you can tell, still like me, you go and tell your father to meet me, otherwise tell him something is wrong with this boy, he is mentally derailed man. Trust me, within a week my father-in-law came to me, that means everything went on very well. Guys, trust me, after 3 months of engagement, I asked her, what did you like in me? My nose? My chin? She told, I knew you were only telling a lie because no one will tell I don't have anything. That means you are telling a lie. By the by, you are a wonderful storyteller. Am I a good storyteller? I am the second best storyteller in the country. Buy your banner. So we were married. I had 2 children. Fortunately, after going to Mumbai with BSc, I went there. I thought no more degree will be there. But then I had luxury of having an MSc and 2 degrees, 2 promotions, too many increments. I was 37. I was 14 years finished service in government, gazetted officer. I asked to myself, अपने आप से पूछा था कि जीने आया या जीतने आया, आड़ वंदाया इल्लै वाड़ वंदाया. So my mind said, government job you become old. बड़ा बनना है या बुढ़ा बनना है? बुढ़ा तो अपने आप होता है, वो भी सरकार नौकरी में जल्दी होता है. बड़ा बनना है तो रिस्क लेना ही है. There is a saying in Tamil, I will tell first in Tamil. मयर कट्टी मलय इळकरदु वंदा मलय अंदा मयर. And let me translate in Hindi. एक लंबा बाल खींचो, उसमें एक नाट बांधो, एक पहाड़ के ऊपर डालो, खींचो. आया तो पहाड़, गया तो बाल. आया तो पहाड़, गया तो बाल. मेरा 2 लाख रुपया प्रोविडेंट फंड अमाउंट था, बाल था. I sold the company for $1 billion market cap. पहाड़ आ ही गया. That's the story. So one Friday evening, I was looking at my closing balance with my State Bank of India account, with my wife's joint account only she was handling. I found 2 lakh rupee closing balance. Nowadays, boys see every day evening closing balance. I did not see for 10 years. Is that clear? My wife was so intelligent, she only used her money to run the family. My money was never touched. So the closing balance was 2 lakh in 1995, which is equivalent to 2 crores today. And my monthly expenditure was only 5,000. 5,000 and 2 lakh means 40 months family, children are safe. Tick number 1. Guys, remember, you need to take risk only when your family is safe. You have no right to risk your family because that is not their mistakes. Number 1, 40 months, family is safe. Number 2, my right hand side colleagues, left hand side colleagues, all already bought 3-bedroom hall kitchen, so full of EMI. I was the only guy without EMI. Tick number 2. Guys, want to know what is heaven? Heaven is clutter-free brain, fear-free heart, and EMI-free life. Third, my wife is working with State Bank of India. Tick number 3, I submitted my resignation on a Friday evening. I didn't discuss with my wife. In life, either you can discuss or you can decide. You can't do both. You can't discuss, especially with your family members. Gone. Because in life, what is easy to do is not right to do. And what is right to do is not easy to do. And your family members will not allow you to do what is difficult to do. Is that clear? So I took a decision. I resigned. Night I went home and dinner I didn't tell her I have resigned. Raat ko 2 baje, my wife asked me, you have not slept? I have resigned. Until that time she was horizontal. Then she became vertical. She got annoyed. She knows, रात को तो मैं झूठ नहीं बोलता हूँ. I don't tell lies in the night. She went and switched on the light. And she looked at my face. After a few seconds silence, she said, if you don't go to office from tomorrow, even I will not go. 3 टिक था, तीसरा टिक गया. रात को 2 बजे धमकी. Until that time, I was horizontal. Then I also became vertical. Trust me, I told her the punchline. The punchline both Rajinikanth and Salman Khan used. Na oru dadava sonna, nooru dadava sonna madri. एक बार मैं डिसीजन लेता हूँ, फिर मैं खुद का नहीं सुनता हूँ. So I told her, चलो साथ जिएंगे, साथ मरेंगे. We both of us left the job on the same day. I was 37, my son was 5 years, my daughter was 3 years. Trust me, very often I put a title for my talk as Romance with Risk. The biggest risk you take. There are only 2 kinds of people, one who is successful, other did not take a risk. Is that clear? Took decision. I had been doing a PhD in thyroid biochemistry. That means I had an expertise in thyroid testing reagent cost. Atmanirbhar was not a word then, but we were doing research how to do thyroid testing reagent prepare in India. Imported reagent was 150 and locally made reagent was 30 rupees. All government employees were looking for increments, promotions because of the finding. I thought I must quit and do business because my competitors are buying at 150 rupees and charging 600. I have my cost 30 rupees, I charge 200 rupees. Velumani became most powerful disruptor in the entire healthcare industry. And from business angle, let me tell you, there are a few things which I did very different. Don't do what your neighbor did. वो मत करो जो पड़ोसी कर रहा है, क्योंकि फिर आप वही होगा जो पड़ोसी हुआ है. So I have done very different. Let me tell you what and all I have done very different. 5-6 points. Number 1, I am from Coimbatore. There is an Annapurna eatery in Coimbatore. The man is from my village. He had in 1975 1 kitchen and 10 restaurant. Cloud kitchen concept he brought in 1975. Coimbatore, industrial entrepreneurial city. I am from the same village. I thought, why pathology laboratory cannot be done like that? Why can't there be, a place where blood is collected is restaurant, a place where tested is kitchen. Why can't I have 1 kitchen for 10 restaurants? It worked. Mumbai, South Mumbai, it worked. Entire Mumbai, it worked. Pune, Surat, Nasik, 3 hours train journey, it worked. Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai, 3 hours air journey, it worked. I was the first guy to create a single laboratory for 1 billion population in the country in 1995 itself. My web server is the oldest web server. There was never a cyber security problem. I was the one who created entire IT solution of my own, though I never had understood what is the word IT when I was in college because there was no computer. Very, very important is I created my own IT solution. So IT enabled, IT monitored, IT controlled. My analyzer and server were bidirectionally connected. I was the first guy to put a barcode on a test tube. No one thought it can be done. And I created a bidirectional interface so that I don't have to sit and do the work, computer does the work. I was the guy who was in those days itself what you call as a digital healthcare man. Today people talk about it. Number 1, kitchen restaurant model. Number 2, IT enabled. Number 3, I have done a McDonald's. McDonald's serves you only burger, not masala dosa. I did testing of only chronic illness, not acute illness. No one thought these two are too different. It is like as different as hardware and software. I knew I should not get into acute care. I will be in problem. I focused only on chronic care. I have done a Uber. Until Uber came into country, taxis were standing for 20 hours, running for 4 hours. Now taxis are running for 20 hours, standing for 4 hours. Until I came into picture, thyroid testing machines were running only for 2 hours in a day. Today they run 24 hours in a day. So I created a Uber, I created a Amazon. You go to your native village or district headquarters, taluk headquarters, get into website, order for a wellness package, my man will come to you next day morning 8 o'clock to your door. I democratized home testing. There was no concept of home testing. I have brought in home testing also. I've done a Walmart. Walmart doesn't make money from the customer. It makes money from the vendor. If I buy 100 tubes per month, it is 150 per patient. If I buy 100,000, it is only 30 rupees per patient. I made money from the other side, not made money from this side. I created a franchisee concept in the country because Madarasi cannot do business in Bengal and Odia and Punjab. So I created a local man, told him as a franchisee, you HSC pass, BA failed. This is the criteria. Should not be speaking English because he will unnecessarily manipulate. And created a franchisee. They go, market is charging 600 rupees. You please don't charge that much. Take only 300. You keep 200. You give me only 100. He became unconscious. Anybody gives 60% margin? But he didn't listen. I told him to charge 300, but he charged 600. He gave me only 100, so he was having 80% margin. Trust me, he has never slept, and I have coolly slept. The punchline here, जो जीतता है वो शायद हार सकता है, लेकिन जो जिताता है वो कभी हारता नहीं है. I made 5,000 franchises in the country to become millionaires. If you want to become a billionaire, create 1,000. Sorry, if you want to become a billionaire, create 1,000 millionaires. So franchisee concept was a very innovative concept. No one that time had ever thought about it. I can keep telling that I am a hero, but let me tell you, I did not know what I was doing. I was focused so much on the customer, his cost, his speed. I became very powerful. Those days there was no word entrepreneur. There was no word venture capitalist. There was no private equity. These words are all, there was no pitching happening. There was no itching for do the pitching. Such a powerful journey. This company, which went to stock exchange and got listed and become $1 billion company, never had taken even a single rupee debt from any bank. I have personally not borrowed. Not telling for herogiri here. I'm only telling most of the time people perish because they don't understand what is frugality, how to manage your finance. And people ask me, you didn't go to business school. Where from you learned management, financial management? From my mother. She reared 2 buffaloes, 10 liters milk a day, 1 rupee a liter, 10 rupees a day, 70 rupees a week. With 70 rupees a week, she made sure all her children were Chennai University graduate and Mumbai University postgraduate. That's the power of frugality. So, never borrowed. I employed only freshers. Trust me, in the entire world, India is cheapest in healthcare. Yes or no? In entire India, I am the cheapest. And my balance sheet had 40% EBITDA. From the day I started the business till the day I exited the business, every year 40% EBITDA plus or minus 4%. I grew 25% year over year for 25 years. That's the journey. I never went out. My investors came. They wanted my stock. I didn't want to sell. They told me, tell me what is your share price. I thought my company may be worth 200 crore. I'm a very fast mathematics man. It's very important to be very fast in mathematics. I thought if I tell 400, they will run away. I told 400 crore. What logic? You are on my table. If I am on your table, your rate. If you are on my table, it is my rate. They got annoyed before the coffee came, they went away. I was very happy because I didn't want to dilute. There was no outsider in the board or in shareholder. There was no debt in the company. I was coolly running. Exactly after 6 more months, same guys come. That means I told the right value. This time, I had the courage to tell 500 crore. 2 quarter? 100 crore more? Yes, 2 quarter acha gaya. Before the coffee came in, they went away. Exactly after 6 more months, the same guys come. This time I didn't want to waste my coffee. I straight away told 600 crore. Trust me, they said we have brought the checkbook. Mind you, I diluted my company at 600 crore, 25%, and took 150 crores and put in my pocket. Money never went inside the company, only to have the feeling. 500 rupiah, 500 rupees I brought to Mumbai, and I have really a company worth 600 crore. That feeling is important. I made that dilution. Next year, one more man comes and he tells, I was told about you by that man who invested already. That means these guys now will all come in the line. If I go 100 by 100, these guys will buy out everything. So I have to go now 200 by 200. Village man, I have no calculation of what is top line, bottom line, multiple, kuch nahi hai. Salman Khan. Now, I thought if I tell 800, these guys may buy. I must tell 1,000 crore. मन चाहता था 1000 बोलो, मुंह से निकला 1200, 1200. The guys told, we have brought the check. Trust me, 10 more percent I diluted. Within 1 year, 600 becomes 1200. And next 4 years go, my guys wanted to go for an IPO. In the board meeting, they asked me, can we do an IPO? I told, yes, why not? My family members took me behind. Hey, IPO, don't agree. Janchate, too many problems, too many accountability, don't agree. Listen, I came to Mumbai only for thrill. Married a Bombay girl only for a thrill. Left the government job only for a thrill. Took the private EVT inside only for a thrill. IPO only for a thrill. They couldn't stop me. They couldn't stop me. I went for an IPO. In 2016 April, I got my IPO open. First day itself, it got 4 times subscribed. Second day, I found it was subscribing 10 times. The third day, I thought it will go to 25 times. Trust me, evening when the bell was rung and closed the stock exchange, I got subscribed 75 times, which is 35,000 crore in this Madarasi account. Everybody that time only came to know Thyrocare is run by one Madarasi. Until that time, no one in Mumbai know who is running Thyrocare. Never come to limelight till you are successful. Once you are successful, then it is worth coming in. Trust me, night we are celebrating. I receive a lawyer notice in my smartphone. I read accused number 1 is me. All directors, all lead managers, National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, ROC. This many people are accused. That means it's not my problem. Slept peacefully after 3 rounds of vodka. 7th day, Bombay High Court summons come that I have to come to the court. The complaint is somebody submitted a bid on the last date 1 hour before the close of the day and his computer was hanging. Trust me, his computer is hanging. Lawyer notice comes to me. So I went to the court. The court had received a complaint 800 pages. To read 800 pages, it will take at least 45 days. The judge is asking only a simple question. Do you have objection in taking this money? Have you ever heard High Court judge forcing you to take the money? Their job is to find out where this Kingfisher man is sitting. But they are forcing me to take money. I said, I have no objection. The judgment is only 3 words. Accept this money. The amount was 350 crores. A single application, Kotak Mahindra Bank. So that makes the power of my journey, because somebody wanted to come in that desperately, went to the court. जब भी भगवान देता है, हाई कोर्ट से दिलाता है. It got listed at $500 million value on May 9th. Unfortunately, did I use this word unfortunately? No, unfortunately, I lost my wife. On the day I got listed, 50 days before that listing, my wife vanished. She was detected to have grade 4 pancreatic cancer 50 days before her death. No one could stop her. It was like, for me and my wife, it's like an Everest expedition, and it's only 54 meters left out, and she left my hand. She was the most powerful lady. I said I didn't want to marry. I said I want to discourage my father-in-law. I said I will discourage my wife. Trust me, she was the ones who made me MSc, PhDs, who made me entrepreneur, scientist, and a storyteller, and she taught me Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati. Please give a round of applause to wherever she is. Right. So I lost interest in the business because I lost interest because I left alone. Trust me. Please keep in your mind, if your spouse trusts you, your energy is 10x. And if the spouse doubts you, your energy is 0.1x. I use the word spouse because it can happen either way. Please note, दोनों हाथ से ही ताली बजती है. You must make sure that you are in a right sync. So I lost interest. I want to sell company. I don't want to run the company. I didn't run the company to make money. I ran the company for the happiness of the couple which we ventured into. But then, again, doesn't happen. Suddenly COVID comes. Because of COVID, in the first list of private PCR testing laboratories in the country, in the first list of 5 laboratories, first laboratory was Thyrocare. And it was because we had in all district headquarters in the country collection centers, so it was a special request by Chief Minister of Maharashtra to recommend my name so that I get him collected entire Maharashtra business. Trust me, I got so much of business. The day I started, it was only 400 PCR tests a night. Within 10 months, I graduated to 40,000 PCR tests a night. Scaled it up. Punchline. Scale he, scale hai. If there is anything possible, please scale. And I scaled it so much, 1 crore turnover became 2 crore turnover. 500 rupees share per price has become 1200 rupees share price. It was in the peak, we touched $1 billion value, and that time somebody was in love with Thyrocare. And they came to me, can I buy your company? I said, why not? And as I was telling, no one was involved in this discussion. My family members, my brothers, my sister, my children, no one. I was all alone with 5-7 guys sitting in front of me. It took 90 minutes for me to close the deal. And I said one number. They were so desperate. I knew that they are desperate. And I had my own powerful exit at $1 billion value, 66.1%. I signed and I took a single check of 5,000 crore. That's the power of the journey. I want all of you to understand, I didn't have some great background. I was in Stanford, Harvard, I was in IIM, IIT, gaon se aaya. So that's very important because I want this message to go to people. And India is such a country where almost today was, I think Mr. Anand Srinivasan was telling 15,000 rupees is the median income of an Indian, which means India is a poor country. I want poor only will become powerful. दिन रात होता है, रात दिन होता है, गरीब धनवान होता है, धनवान गरीबी होता है. This is most powerful way nature balances it. I can keep on talking, but I am sure you are all waiting for that dance, and this entertainment is not truly that entertainment replacement. But let me tell you, every successful man has a lady behind. And every failed man has many ladies behind. And in my case, there were 2 ladies behind. One was my mother who kept my intestine alive till I was 25. There my wife took charge of, made sure that I am a hero, I am a very powerful man. These 2 women makes me to tell this punchline. If men are successful, families prosper. If women are successful, societies prosper. So it's very, very important that you help people around you to be very successful. I wish to thank Navneet who persevered.